Hey, what's up my YouTube friends? This video is going to be a short but powerful review of this budget folding knife, pocket knife. So several months ago on YouTube there was something called the Walmart Bugout. And it went viral. There were lots of videos, they got lots of views. But there was a little problem with the Walmart Bugout for me, because the closest Walmart to me is more than an hour down the highway, and I just don't like going there, and it's not as efficient for me to go there because the cost of driving there and back. And so I didn't get the Walmart Bugout. But this knife, which you could say is the Amazon version of that, this was $20 on Amazon. So this blade shape right here, you see it's a drop point with a flat grind up to this very high bevel. But people just get turned on by the idea of like a $10 version of like a more expensive knife. But anyway, if you want to buy an actual Benchmade Bugout, and I am a Benchmade collector, you can buy those on Amazon. The least expensive version of the Benchmade Bugout that I saw was about $180. Alright, well, they did a pretty good job on that edge. And here are some stats for you. So the brand is HUA. I'm just going to say HUA. 3.15 inches in blade length. The weight on this, 2.12 ounces. So very light and easy to carry. The handle, FRN. The steel, 8CR13. But this type of lock is often called a piston lock because as the blade folds open or closed, that little part in the groove will go up and down like a piston. So piston lock, which is a generic version of an axis lock. They have all different color handles. I have seen it as low as $10, but for some reason Amazon had restricted shipping on the cheaper one. Apparently they think small pocket knives are illegal everywhere, which they're not, but whatever. But most of them are around $20, which is still a pretty good deal for a cheap semi-disposable kind of beater knife that's super light and easy to carry. And speaking of Benchmade, oh, the video turned into a little retrospective on my Benchmade collection. I'm sure you won't mind seeing some cool old knives. So that is actually a gold class, my only gold class Benchmade. The Tanto is a striker. This knife is the larger version of this knife. Got a Mel Pardue design, got the Doug Ritter Griptilian, which is S30V. So yeah, that's just a few of my Benchmades. Oh, and one comment, people be hating on D2 steel, but back in the day, like even beloved and expensive Benchmade, this is D2. They used to use D2 as well, so was it good then and suddenly not good now? It's the same steel. However, some super steels have showed up since then, so I guess that's why. But for its purpose, that's definitely a good enough steel for that knife, right? It's just a stabby knife. Right? So those are some Benchmades. As far as do I think this knife like somehow harms Benchmade? No. No, not at all. Just because, I mean, this knife is basically just a living advertisement for the more expensive knife, right? If you like this knife, you're going to love the Bugout in better steel. Some of these Benchmades are assisted opening, like this Tanto, the striker. Yeah, you like that? It's like Wolverine's claws. And this one, but this is assisted as well. Oh yeah, nice. Hey, what's up YouTube? Out here cutting stuff with this knife. Oh, what's up? Yeah, it's me. All right, so, oh, sorry for the background noise. People are just waking up here. All right, cutting this strap, kind of like a seat belt. Alright, there you go. And a slice and cut. You gotta be careful of that choil, because that can snag. Alright. Cuts right through. Okay, here I have a piece of a box now. I don't have much left because this is like the third knife I've reviewed today. So, alright. I'll just cut it once. Alright, it was very effective at that. So you can imagine, yeah, you can break down boxes with this. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to whittle a tip onto this shard of firewood. I hope you're all doing well these days. I'm doing pretty well. I have recovered from my illness of a couple weeks ago. I had a sore throat, but I'm better now. I revamped my running program. I try to like do a little run every 5 days, and so since being sick, I've done three runs. So I'm back to I revived my O2 max, which is, you know, I have cardio, I have endurance, as well as the normal weightlifting that I enjoy doing at age 50. I heard a freight train in the background. This knife does come very sharp. It's doing pretty good at the whittling, actually. What the hell's that noise? Oh no. Alright, so carve a little tip onto this. I'm sure this would be good for just little day-to-day tasks. Now, just a few wrap-up comments on this knife. Well, the relief grind was done very well. The edge, first rate. What about deployment? The smoothness of the pivot, definitely first rate. It locks up securely. So that's all good. This has no liners there. Right? So if you tried hard enough, you might be able to just snap this. This handle is not made for strength. It's made for lightness and ease of carry. Right? Thin, light. Right? So just don't use your knife as a pry bar and you won't have any problems there. So that all makes sense there. It's got a triangular lanyard slot there. 2-position pocket clip. And some raised texture diamond pattern for a little bit of grip. Right? And 2 thumb studs, which look like anodized aluminum. Final thoughts on this. It's actually pretty decent for the low price. I mean, as a Benchmade collector, I don't feel like it makes my collection less valuable. If any, I think it makes it a little more valuable, really. But for a cheapo pocket knife, I'll tell you one thing. It's a heck of a lot better than the cheap knives we had when I was a teen. But anyway, if you're watching this, if you like this stuff, you probably already own one of these because they've been all over Amazon. If you own one of these, tell me what you think of it. Do you feel you got your money's worth? The good, the bad? Right? Let's hear your testimonials. But basically, if you need a thin, light, cheap pocket knife that comes sharp, locks up well, and deploys smoothly, consider this knife. I do recommend it as a budget play. Hey, you can always use a pocket knife. When I was a kid, everybody carried a pocket knife. Let's bring that back. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider subscribing. I'm out.